Greetings everybody. We have a different video now, isn't it? You guys don't know, this Tuesday, or the day I'm actually uploading this on YouTube, is actually the 20th anniversary of Cars. And to celebrate the occasion, I have some announcements to make on the channel. Okay, we'll begin with the fact that, well, I'm not sure if you can see it all, I can't really pause the camera and show you the back, so beside me, because it's a pretty, so just to do a word on it, or I'll show you randomly, yes, I have a complete Piston Cup collection right here. All 36 races. I mean, I've already shown you guys that 36 races on Bluesky, thanks to a post made by Slide Patrol to be the last one, but still, all 36 Piston Cup races already ready to go. Okay? As far as well, I think now it's a good time to make a new video about them. But to help you out, I'm gonna display each of them randomly one by one in my hand to see how things go. So, what's this new video topic? Well, before we get to the new video topic, I just want to show you all my pages. Okay? As the people on Nintendo say best when they do an initial direct. After over 10 years, I finally can say that I have a complete collection of Cars 1 Piston Cup races, and a couple from Cars 3 Smart Cars, and some decent next gen machines as well. Not exactly all of them, because that's kind of some of them are hard to come by. But I'd like to say my collection videos. This is everything I own. Let's start off with Rusty Cornfield for toe cap. Now, I think in the past I said that Rusty was on the band next gen. So there are Piston cars out there. So but honestly, maybe it's because of the scratch back, the fact that he has no pain mouth. I may have soured on him recently. Okay, they're all good qualities to him, but it's actually not exactly a great quality with him in some areas, especially with how it looks. Okay, I won't be surprised if we get a new variant, whether it be a newer one that comes out in 2027, 2028, or one that comes from Formula Hill. And honestly, knowing how many Formula Hills I've had in the past, this is probably not surprising. I'm going to get. The other things I do like of him, like the big number 4 on him is pretty good, and the purple paint, but honestly, he's a mixed bag personally, and more only on the lighter. And here we have Dale Earnhardt Jr. The fact that he is smart is not the weird part though. The fact that we're selling merchandise on Dale Earnhardt Jr. as of this day is actually quite surprising. Long story short, sometime in the 2010s, all the merchandise to Dale Earnhardt Jr. came to his mother, and his mother, for whatever reason, did not want to release merchandise of her family, and as such, they decided it was never released after 2010s. But after a while, Dale Jr. required the rights, and now he's been trying again with him very subtly. I wouldn't be surprised to get a new variant from China to the normal variant. As a recent NASCAR variant I don't own, mainly because I haven't seen it in Canada. Who knows though, maybe it's in another place I haven't searched. It's a nice one. By the way, it's not the Thai variant, this is the regular variant. The Thai variant is a bit different than this one. Just wanted you to know on that one. It's actually the same as the NASCAR one. Just want that out there. And here we have Aiken Axler. Probably the oldest one in my collection, but that's more just due to how long I've had him rather than when he actually came out. Because Aiken Axler has been around since my childhood. And yeah, I can definitely tell they see some paint chips, and scratches along him. But honestly, this is a nostalgic part of me that really okay? And that's one thing I like, nostalgia. I know the Thailand variant is good and all, but there is a reason why nostalgia is probably blinding me to this one. I still have, I don't want to fight, even if it is some of a lot of its wear and tear. And here we have Chuck Armstrong, one of the more well-known ones. You know, the racer who says, "Don't take me out, coach, I can still race." Yeah, this is the variant before he was wrecked, and he's one of the more well-known ones of the group over there. Yeah, I mean, the paint work on him is pretty good, except they forgot to paint his mouth. Like, it's super inconsistent, like when they paint or not. Thailand's known for the inconsistencies, and this is a bit of a weird spot where they dropped the ball on it, kind of. It's just odd that they did that. Personally, and no, it's a bit weird. And here we have Bluesky Casino. This is the rubber tires variant, but believe it or not, this is not the first variant of Bluesky Casino I've had. This is the second variant. Okay, the first variant was the Thailand variant they got released a few years back. Long story short, I destroyed that one, and it is no longer in my possession. And as such, I have bought this recently one from Amazon when it was my stock on there. They were not made left in stock. I think they were like 3 in stock, so I was just acting quickly, and I got it for a good time too. And it was not expensive. It did pretty well, I think. Okay, I kind of like this design of Dirksen, and it was good. The time, it's good. And here we have Kevin Racing Tire. Okay, here's a fun story about this one. I think I already told a story, but again, like always, I like to tell again. Him, Ruby Oaks, Max Schnell, Nigel Gisley, and Miguel Camino were all brought out more mode on the exact same day. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. Honestly, I'm giving this one overall. The other variants are not great. There's one that has a darker pinkish color that's not great, and the Thailand one, it's inconsistent, and they also didn't paint the mouth. This one may have some scratch sides on it. That's probably just the age. I'd rather have this variant with scratch sides than unpainted mouth that looks downright awful. Well, just saying. And here we have Eugene Bluesky, one of the rarer Piston Cup racers. I'm not sure why he's rarer, honestly. See, this is probably, maybe it's just because of how they make himself. I think it was because it was like one of the later ones get kind of it. It's one of the last ones because now they moved back to China and all that. This one time was like really common to find in my stores up here. Maybe it was just more common in some areas in the world than others. But for me personally, this one was not hard to find at all. It was really easy to find, which is good. Kind of like that. It was easy to find. And like I'm saying, tough. I think it looks pretty good for all things considered for a Thailand release and for the first try. Not perfect, but good nonetheless. That's in this one case here. And here we have Ryan Shields. Believe it or not, some people said it was actually easier to find than Eugene Bluesky, but for me personally, this one was a harder one to find. It took me a while to get Ryan Shields physically. I almost resorted to ordering him actually. I was planning to do it all, but I found him on the last 2 days of 2025, and I found him finally. Okay. And honestly, it's surprising since I heard some people that say that Eugene was the winner of the two, but yet Ryan was the winner of the two for me personally. I personally like the aqua green on him a lot more. It's a lot more pronounced than what they have previously with the blue shades. Trust me, it looks good for what it is. And this was also the last space I bought physically in stores before I got the remaining sets. So that was good. Good to know. And here we have Ruby Oaks. Again, this is an older variant from my childhood. I'm thinking if I should get the newer Thailand variant just for the painted mouth, but the older one has nostalgia purposes for me. It has a great value, so that's probably why I still have it. And it's good. I kept this one in relatively good condition for a childhood one. Yeah, it's obvious that this is not perfect, but still, it's got some good looks to it, and it looks good. I know his mouth is not painted. That's probably just something that has gotten used to me personally. With the other ones, it hasn't. But well, it's good for what it is, I'd say. Yeah, that's what I say. Good for what it is. That's all I gotta say for it. But, and here we have Claude Scruggs. Yeah, this one's one of the more recent ones as well from Thailand. But this one was good. And if I could just bring an old friend here we have in my hand right here Tom Marcus, and yeah, of course I'm gonna display the scene like that. But Claude's a weird one because I've owned him for a little under a year as of the time I'm posting this. Well, get this, he somehow has scratches on the back of him. Maybe this was either when he was like near my bedpost or something, but I don't get it. Like, this was like a quick one, like it just got them randomly. So how Thailand can be with paint times. Because this is actually not that bad of a variant. It actually looks pretty good, all things considered. But we're gonna get to a streak of good ones for Thailand, actually. Starting with Johnny Blamer. Johnny Blamer's got some good looks to him, okay? I think that the main thing that people are talking about is actually the expression, which, yeah, the expression isn't pretty all that great, right? But everything else is really good. The looks of him, good. The new logo looks good. The side of him looks good. Almost everything, minus the expression on the eyes, actually looks really good. Good, honestly. That green is a perfect fit for Johnny. Okay, well, the previous green was also good. This one fits even better. Much brighter and much more clear than the other ones. And honestly, the blue matches perfectly too. And I kept this one mostly in great condition. That's another good one right there. And here we have Brush Kerber. Another good variant from Thailand. I know that yellow is sometimes too distracting, but honestly, yellow does kind of... I've got used to more yellows. But you know what's funny? I didn't find this guy in a Walmart or online. I found this guy in a local drugstore. Yeah, weirdly enough, he was only in a local drugstore. I just decided... I found him there and I immediately decided to buy him. Mainly because I didn't have him at the time, and I thought that'd be a great idea to buy him from the local drugstore. It's honestly a good idea, and just shows that they can show up in the most peculiar of places, all things considered. Just saying, because a local drugstore was not really expected to find Brush Kerber. Just saying. With all that. You have Billy Oil Changer, and this is another one from my childhood. You can easily tell because of a lot of scratches. Oh, and this is something I did when I was a kid. As a kid, I always mixed up Billy Oil Changer and Brush Kerber. Maybe they have similar. Maybe it's because they are both the same build, or maybe because they're both like similar shades of orange. I guess that's probably why. But yeah, of course you can tell that this one's a bit older in the collection. In fact, it's the first spot I acquired, and that makes sense. But you know what's also unique about Billy Changer? Let's see if I can bring it out. Let's see. Give me a minute here. Yes, right here. I have the Holler. I picked this up like less than a week before I started filming this video, which is hilarious that I now have the Billy Changer Holler. Like, I found this in a Walmart randomly, and all of a sudden, now it's my collection. This being the third Holler I've ever acquired, and the first of the grouping I've had. That's good. And continuing on with a good streak of Thailand releases, we have James Cleaner, another good race of Thailand. And James is just simple in paint. The green and white just looks good generally, and I like it. It looks good on personally. I guess it's one of the easier ones. It has a good okay. One thing that's weird is that mine, like, you can barely notice it, but it has a weird green speck on it. I guess that's how it arrived, but honestly, for all we know, it could actually just be a manufacturing error. Who knows? We'll see how things. But this is a good streak. Too bad we had to end it with Lee Revkins. Yeah, Lee Revkins is not great. I mean, he's not the worst idea for a variant ever from races, but like the color's just off. This lighter shade purple may work for something like Hall and Gas, but Lee Revkins, he really needed a darker shade purple. This does not match the color scheme at all. But this is actually why sometimes Thailand is not as reliable. The general inconsistency in quality. I wouldn't be surprised if I actually replace this one, even though it's actually in almost perfect condition. Overall, just not a good Thailand variant. And so much so that in the next one, well, just saying, that the next one, well, it's not a Thailand variant at all. It's a Chinese variant. Winford, Bradford, Weatherford. And honestly, this one's a unique case where this is actually a more recent one, but it's an older one, technically, because it's technically from older years. And I got this one right before Christmas, honestly. Certainly. And that was a good thing too, because it was like maybe like under $40, and that was a great purchase. Under $40, and it was like a limited 3 in stock, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity. Like, how could I not? That'd be insane if I passed up the opportunity. Hey, how could I not? This looks really good, and I'm glad I got it the time I did. And here we have Manny Flywheel. Honestly, the Thailand releases, this is actually not bad. I think this was the last physical release that I ever picked up at Toys R Us. Which is really good. This is the nice. I like the purple shade on him, and I like the details on him. And yeah, I can tell that I actually messed this up personally. That was actually my fault that he has a kind of chunk of him missing. Personally, it's not his fault. It's more my fault. You can tell that I play with these things sometimes because sometimes they get scratches in some places, and they are not. Here's Floyd Mulvihill. This is the third variant, and I wouldn't be surprised to get a fourth variant considering how Rusty Cornfield is in condition. Mine had like a scratch up top. This one doesn't have a scratch up top, obviously, but still. And this is pretty good variant, all things Okay, this is the most recent one from Thailand, and also probably the last one from Thailand, considering they exported to China for manufacturing. Again, I'm not going to question college's manufacturing trends. It's more a thing that we just are living with them, that they can switch manufacturing trends whenever they damn well feel like it. Who knows? Maybe that's probably why he has that way. Hey, that's probably just it. Hey, it's a good one. And I think that, well, I mean, Playmobil Hill always has looked good and merchandise. I always gotta say that. And here's Misty Motocross. Yes, I know it's weird having a character named Misty and having a grill full on top of her mouth, but who knows? Maybe it's a fake grill that she wears to hide the fact that she's a female. Maybe that's weird, but hey, it's my prerogative. Honestly, the ink jetting is kind of weird on this one. The blue gradient is just kind of not great. It looks kind of faded personally. And the logo marker is still good. I like the logo and the 73. They look good. It's just a little carbureted congestion isn't looking great. Personally, kind of mixed personally on Misty. And it's a shame because I thought it was a good race to have. And here we have Slaya Petrovsky, my white whale, if you will. Not the fact that he was that they started finding for other people, but for me personally, he was really hard to find. Couldn't find him on stores. When I did find him on Amazon, I was too late to purchase him. Okay, and went out of stock. When I did find him on eBay, he couldn't get it with my address. I ordered a second one from eBay. That was weird because, well, it's better to show you than actually see you. So let me just lift it up and I'll show you something, okay? It has screw holes on the bottom because it came in a glass case that was carbonite, like it's Han Solo or something. I know why I got. Let's taste it. It feels like something I got from the Disney store. And keep in mind, this is a 155 scale, not 143. So obviously that's not how it should look. But hey, I'm glad I got it still. And this is a good Ryan Slapchowski. Honestly, not complaining. Just an oddball way of getting him. That's all I'm gonna say. And right there. I have a crusty rotor. Another Thailand release that I am not sunny on. The decals are way too light. Like, the purple just is not the right shade. It should be a darker shade purple. And honestly, that back's part of this car is so poorly printed. Like, it is almost transparent. That's how bad it is. Okay? Like, seriously, the Thailand is known for its inconsistency, but it's really that bad. Honestly, this is whether we can vary to Thailand, whether it just be the colorings or just that yellow car. I don't mind Crusty personally in terms of the color scheme, right? They got that part right, but man, the decals are not great. And here we have Hall Ingas. From Retread. I actually have the metallic variant personally, but the metallic variant is not with me right now. It's at the other place. So right now, you're going to be seeing this one. And I'd say it's a good variant. It looks good. It actually has a blue quality to it, and of course, I really like the color sketch of the light purple and the white and the red stripes. They look really good. Good for what it is. Honestly, no complaints here. Just an overall good diecast. And here we have Sage Bander Spin. There's no. Why does he actually look in such good condition? The previous one you showed off last year was not in good condition. Well, I actually ordered a newer one of Sage Bander Spin and another character you'll be seeing very soon. Off of Amazon recently. I guess I didn't do that. I guess I forgot to do that for Rusty Corner Fuel and another one we've seen later on, Punchy Wipeout, because they have both and put back condition and all that. Now you can see that he has a full bumper, his number 80 isn't messed up, and you're gonna see the gaskets blow logo completely full. Now that everything looks good on him, which is great. And now here we have, of course, as usual, Darren Ledford. Darren Ledford is another one from that purchase, and honestly, he still looks good. Now I can actually see the gradient pretty well. His mustache isn't skipped by anything. His spoiler isn't chipped to hell and back. It's all that and more. This is a good variant of Darren Ledford, all things considered. I still have the older variants too, by the way, in my collection, but I'm glad I updated them. All things considered, these two did knock down the park in terms of what they did. Not bad decision, all things considered, for these two updated variants. And it's a shame that now they're going to China afterwards. And here we have Davey Apex. You know what's weird? I ordered this guy off of Amazon, thinking I was saving time, only to find him in stores like so commonly. I swear, every year or so, I find a new Davey Apex. And yeah, mine's got a bit of a smudge on it. chip on him. I guess I hit him on something. It's barely noticeable in some areas, but in other areas it's too obvious. Okay? Honestly, this was a good variant for Thailand. Thailand did do a good job. And now that he's back in China, who knows? Maybe I have to compare and contrast when I get my own variant someday. Who knows? And here we have Mac Kachow, or the Apple Racer. Well, technically this is not the official version. This is a factory custom. And do you want to know why? Well, this was a smaller decision to get a factory custom. And that's because factory customs are expensive as hell. Okay? This factory custom is super cheap, but it's actually a smart idea because the official version is so expensive that there's no way in hell I was going to own the original version without blowing up my wallet. And this is a person who's going to get some stuff bracelets pretty expensive. So, yeah. As Hinter would say on Doug, it was very expensive. And I'm glad I got the cheaper variant instead. Because, my god, that's an expensive one. And here we have Punch Whiteback. And yeah, this one's messed up. The back is messed up. His eyes got a piece really excited there. And most notably, underneath his mouth area is just chipped. And just scored. It chips everywhere. Heck, there's one that's actually right in his mouth that looks like he's drooling constantly. Ew, that's kind of gross. I kind of want to get an update very soon. It would be too hard to get an update variant. I've seen them online very often, but still, like, this is too hot. This is just a weirder one, yes. And here we have Murray Clutchbug, another one from my childhood. This is another older one. And this is a unique one because, well, obviously, not only is it older, but it's also just, the color scheme is still very good. I like teal, orange, and white. It's a unique color scheme I don't see on other pistol bracelets. It's nice when they go independent with color schemes. It's nice that this would actually also keep the color scheme going on. It's good way using it, and good variant. What more can I ask for on this one? So right here, let's see. And here we have Ernie Gearson. Now, just a reminder, I actually have version that's in China a while ago, and I still have that version. However, I don't have it out here currently. What you see here is the update tire that I got last year. And yeah, there's some great things here. I love the color on this one. It is really good. It carefully captures that by making it enhancing and making it brighter altogether. But one thing I don't like is that for some reason my variant must have gotten like chipped really badly because it's using some top chips up top, which is really a shame because it doesn't really let's try for the model. Again, these things happen every now and then, but still. And here another rare one for me to get. Here we have Greg Candyman. Another one that was just hard for me to get. Okay, like this one was not only hard to get online, but it's also what I did find online. It was also for an outrageous price. Like a lot of it cost like $60 or something, which is awesome. Since I've seen other people say that these should cost usually around $20. Maybe it was just rare for me personally. Okay, or maybe it's just because I might use Canadian dollars for everything. Yeah, that's why. But overall, it was a good. What's up? I did get him eventually, and this is a higher variant, by the way, not the standard variant. Either way, both are exactly the same, except for one of those tires that you can actually remove. I would recommend not doing that though. But still, overall, very good for it. I like it. Personally, it's a good model. And here we have Ralph Carlo. This is the newest variant from China. Yeah, obviously, it's definitely being good. I like that, okay? Okay, and this is the reason why I fixed it, because, well, it had chips on the top of its mouth area, which is not bad, but then we could use it. Personally, though, I'm not like here's just Fab Little Talkie Pistons. It's kind of a weird brand, but honestly, for what it is, it's not the worst brand you can get, and it does look pretty good, all things considered. It's just more of a personal thing. You can either love it or hate it thing, and I'm more of a mixed on it personally. And that's what I feel about it, since it's more mixed. And here's another one more mixed pun. This is Clutch A's Kevin Shiftright. Honestly, not bad piss from Thailand. Although another one when I after I bought it off of Amazon, get this, I saw variants in stores literally like a few days afterwards, which is hilarious. Like, come on, like, I own this now. I should be able to see variants in stores, but I guess they were just like on the back pallet stocking it. I don't know why I don't really have it. Maybe it's just the shades of this one. But yeah, that's probably why I'm not sure. It's probably just that it doesn't just look great on every angle. Who knows? It's just not my thing personally. But yeah. And here we have Todd Marcus. This is the Thailand variant, and yeah, I don't know what happened between this year and last year, but it has a weird paint, like scratch chip in there that's in a weird spot. I have seen more recent versions up in stores. Maybe if I still have time, I can still get one, and we could probably buy a newer variant just for the series. I do have still time before that, and before the series goes, for anything else goes live. So yeah, we can easily get to work. But still, not exactly a great custom model, and then we could easily have the August one. But still, that paint chip makes it awful. This is the last of the Colors 1 Piston races for now, and now we move on to the Colors 3 stock cars. Probably the only one I have from my childhood, Chip Gaines, Broken Buster, one of the new brands. The power of online baking. I guess this was one where I guess they decided to use Combustor for the main reason why was I guess they wanted to replace HTB or Hostile Takeover Bank. But at that point, I'm not sure why you make Chip Gaines like the main for Hostile Takeover Bank. I guess they just don't want to use Chick Hicks' brand again. Maybe that's why. But then again, they skipped on other brands like Retread, Taco Mint, and Fiber Fuel, so that's probably why they haven't said it. And here we have Speedy Comet. And yes, people, that is his legal name for some reason. You know, when I first saw him, I thought like it was a nickname, like his first name was Logan or Michael or Henry. But no, it's Speedy Comet. That's hilarious. Honestly, this is the newer China variant, and also I'm not sure why I picked this one first and not someone like, I don't know, maybe Clutch Burn for the most recent years. But I guess because they didn't want to do different. I guess they want to do an easier one. And I guess because Blake is a newer brand, that one being a kind of similar to what basically the dev cars versions of Facebook / Twitter / Bluesky is probably why. Yeah, makes sense. Who knows? And here we have Brick Yardley. I'm not doing much, but I actually do not own the next gen Chase Racelock for Violate. But this is the only case where I don't own a next gen variant of the brand. Yeah, I own a stock car variant, which is hilarious that I don't own the next gen variant of Chase Racelock. So yeah, it's a good racer though. Brick Yardley looks good. And by the way, this is one of the 3 I got from a 10 pack a while back. That see that the next 3 are all from Vietnam, not Thailand, which is gonna be unique since Vietnam usually makes the multi packs. They are still official, by the way, just that they come from a different country. Just want to throw that out there that they are. And here we have Cal Weathers, another one for that 3 pack, and from Vietnam. Okay, this is gonna be a fun one. Mine was weirdly alive because it got this weird blue scuff on him. Like I didn't make cause that was legit cause when I opened it for some reason. Like it must have been like on that. And honestly, it isn't distracting when you first look on camera, but like if you look at it in physical, like it becomes a bit of a bugger, honestly. And that's something that I have not really liked. It does look good, and this is another one that looks good, but still. Awesome, good. And then you have Bruce Miller, the RPM racer. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, you know what's funny is that even though this is the Bruce Miller for RPM, on the package they still use a picture from Winford Breath of Rutherford, which I just find hilarious that they use that picture. But do you know what's funny? Okay, I'm gonna spoil this, but I have the next gen variant for the Buried Pedal. That means I have all 3 RPM racers. He is the only generic racer brand that I have all 3 of. And I'll get the other ones eventually, but still, that is so bizarre. And, yeah, it's just so unique that I have the next one him too. Speaking of the next gens that we're gonna get to, let's go dive into them right now. First, here it is that one being JD McPillow, a newer one and this is honestly a good way to represent Hocap. Not only are you adding in the color with blue, which is actually something I didn't think of, but you're actually improving in some ways. The logo is not bad, and the purple actually makes it look nice. It's visually distinct out there. Honestly, it's pretty good. And I'll also compare these two, and yeah, like you can tell the differences. Like the yellow is a lot more of a secondary color instead of a tertiary color. White is basically non-existent, being replaced with blue, and it's pretty good. And of course, number 4 is not purple instead of that. And the logo is different too. Overall, I kind of like the next gen over the original in terms of looks. And here we have Eric Breaker. Plus Synergy. I do not own Lane Lock, by the way. He is one of the rarer cars, 3 stock cars, so this will be the only Synergy racer I have for some time. He also looks good. I like the green hexagon pattern, the blue one, and more. I actually have 2 of them. I don't know how I got this, but like I bought him with another one, which mixed-in at one point, but then got him solo as well. The version you're seeing here is actually impossible to tell between the 2 of them. They're both really good, but yeah, it's literally impossible between the 2 of them, okay? Because there's actually variants. I'm not kidding, they're both from Thailand, which is just hilarious that they both have that kind of distinction. And here we have Chris Roman, okay? This is the Callus band, and this is gonna be a rare few times where like, there's no cars with one Piston racer, but I still have a stock car. And right away, that there's one major issue. No white. Yeah, it's just blue and green. I mean, it does look fine, but you're gonna see that blue and green are the most common colors for next gens. And this is the most prominent example of the 2 colors mixing together. As you see that later on, either the next gen will be blue or green, and neither of them in between. There'll be some that are red, some that are pink, some that are yellow in terms of pictures, but that's really about it. Chris is fine, personally. He's not great, but he's just kind of there. And I'm aware that he's not the best idea, but like he's just fine. And here we have Jackson Storm. Yes, I actually have Jackson Storm. Believe it or not, this was actually before I got Chick Hicks. I had Jackson Storm, meaning that this was actually before that. Honestly, this one's pretty much how you expect it to be. Okay, this is basically how you get it. Basic black car, the big letter S for Storm, there's Angel logo, the 2.0, I guess 20. That's all it is. Really good for all things considered. Considered for Jackson Storm. And what racer have? Good racer. Nice stuff with him. Like it. Okay, with him. He also looks good, and especially looks perfect for Jackson Storm. Snarky, but not evil. That's what I like. He's snarky, but he's not evil. He's okay. And here we have Ryan Inside Laney, and this is the other one this is the Blinker racer that I think it's pretty good. All things considered, this is the Thailand variant, by the way. Actually, funny thing is I don't have any variants from the olden days. I own my own Thailand or newer variants. And here is Speedy Comet. And you can see that basically very little changes in terms of the paint color. Maybe it's slightly darker orange, but other than that, like very little has changed. They're still orange and blue, with orange being the primary color and blue being the color. I guess the logo also is blended in a bit better. But there really isn't many changes aside from a few things, of course. It's unique, and that's really neat, because sometimes they would change it up drastically, and this one just keeps it more restrained, all things considered, which I like. I mean, a restrained one is just unique. I don't usually get that. Believe it or not, it's just surprising. Yeah, I know that it might sound odd, but yeah. And Ryan Lane is a good looking racer. And here we have Tim Treadless for Nitro Raid, and like always, here we're gonna bring in Aiken Axler, and wow, they barely did anything change. I guess other than making it red now or orange component color, it's great. I actually prefer the Thailand variant over the older Chinese variant, which actually is the only older Piston racer I have than the old ones, because the orange actually looks more like an actual flame orange, and it actually has a bit of a, you guys can't tell, but on camera, but actually a bit more a darker shade of red rather than being straight black. And I like that more because it makes it look unique. Overall, it looks really good, all things considered, and I really like the style of it. But good racer, believe it or not. Alright, good. And then you have Cam Spinner for Triple Down Gum. Yes, they actually made a call for from the Inside Out commercial. Like, you know, Triple Down Gum, it makes it smell like God's song again. That's like Ango would get really annoyed by. And this is the first example of a blue racer that's just blue all around. Like you know that FL65 song Blue Dava D? That's like half these Piston have racers. And that's funny thing is I don't have all of them now blue. I'm missing a few. And this is like hilariously one of the main ones that's just a shade of blue. Okay? And this one, well, a unique one. I mean, yeah, it's just straight blue, but I guess it's like a coincidence. It's since I'm not. And otherwise, I don't have Terry Coal Gas, like as you guys know. So yeah, this is one of the ones where there's no variant to check it out. But and then we have Rich Mixon from Raincoat. And you know what's funny? As I've been enjoying Quincy, I got Rich Mixon first, and then I got Eugene Kubetsky, which is the only time I got a next gen first before I got the official version. Okay. And before you ask, no, I couldn't. No, there's no way to get the Apple Racer, so that wouldn't have worked either. But yeah, this is the first one I got next gen first. But look at the colors. I like the pink on this. So, although the white is basically non-existent, it's all pink. Okay, it's very, very pink, which is just hilarious. I mean, isn't it chic, pretty, and pink? I guess is what I just say. But still, it's just wow. If anything else, it probably proves that my video is right. If anything, so we have, of course, we vote Tings and Cloaker, and maybe back in Davey Apex. And you know what's unique? Davey Apex's number actually changes from 84 to 48. And you want to know why? It's because in NASCAR, technically, you cannot have two cars that share a number. So that's why they just switched the numbers around to be 48. I personally like that being 48. I personally like this one. Although for some reason, I think it's just me personally. Without the red and band around him, he looks like a football. He looks like an American football, which is just hilarious. I don't even watch football, and he looks like a football personally. That's just hilarious. That even the texture makes him look like a football at times. I don't know why. It's just maybe because of the dark red shade. Maybe that's why. He just looks like a shade like a football at times. And here we have Cruz Ramirez. Yes, this is the this most recent variant from China, I think. Or it could be like an older variant. I'm not quite sure when this one, but it's the most recent variant. And yes, this is the official, not the color shifted one. You will not see other ones like Paul Conrad or H.G. Hollis in this one. And believe it or not, I actually have the Westies Cruz Ramirez too with the Westies figure. Believe it or not, I got that one first because it was easier to find than this one apparently. I have a color shifted variant of Cruz Ramirez, but this is a new variant. That's pretty good. Honestly, it's fun. And I like that she has color schemes. It's neat. And I like the yellow, the 51, like a logo, and more. Honestly, for next gen, she's pretty unique, and not just like that she's smiling. And here we have Herb Curler for 4-wheel drive. I will say this, regardless of what I think of the green paint jobs, I think this was one of the better ones. Being more of a forest green than a regular kind of green is definitely better, I'd say. Or actually, they use a little more like sea greens or teal greens. It's a bit more darker in the shades of it and stuff like that. Okay, blue is kind of similar color, I guess. And honestly, I'm not entirely sure why. Like that's like they drew the wheats that way. I guess because they want to show that it was a 4-wheel drive, since I showed it has wheat all over it. But honestly, it's kind of a mix for me personally. Like, yeah, the tire shock makes sense, but that's because it's going to be kind of a big 4-wheel drive again. That's named 4-wheel drive. Still, and here we have Buried Pedal, and like I said before, and well, I have two races compared to him: Bruce Miller and Winford Bradford Rutherford. Yeah, that's unique. So we have, and we have he went from yellow to yellow and orange to blue, and I get that maybe Winford had blue on him, but this is like straight up blue. I mean, this is one of the better colors, honestly, and this is not the more recent one. This is the actual one from Thailand. But yeah, he's kind of this indigo kind of blue shade. I kind of like it, but man, this is like one of those weird ones where they can change colors. And this one's weird, but trust me, like it'll get weirder. I'll show you when it gets much weirder. And here we have Jim Weber Carbon Cycle. I don't have Bobby Rotesta, so I cannot test this one out to see what this will look like. But yeah, this is Jim Weber. Honestly, I kind of like the kind of idea they have here. It's got kind of a metallic sheen to him. And yes, this is the very funny 6'7" racer, if you will. I know that I'm kind of sound like I'm a how do you do, fellow kids, or that kind of way of saying it. But still, it's a really good racer, honestly. I like it. And of course, we have the spoiler design for it. Good. I like the green. It's kind of metallic hue to it. It looks good. I know it's one of the rare ones, but now that I have a collection, I guess one of the more common ones, if you say the least. Just saying. And here we have M Fast Fawn. I guess the M stands for something like Michael or Mitchell. but my god, what did they do to Revengo? Like, here we have a perfectly fine blue racer, and they decided to change that shade to green. What, like, was blue a weird choice for Revengo? Well, even then, this one, Revengo had no green on it. Why in the hell is he green? Okay, the other cells are in a color which I like, but this is just one of the most confusing color changes ever. Like, maybe it was like a yellow racer, I would have gone. Maybe it was an orange racer, I would have gone. But green? Really? That's just odd. Okay. It just confuses me, and this is easily one of the most confusing races out there. And here we have, well, I guess I have two variants of Will Rush. The one on the right is actually the older one from Thailand, and the one on the left is the newer version from China. Believe it or not, I like the Chinese variant a lot more. Believe it, you wanna know why? It's because of shade purple. This shade purple right here is good, but it's way too dark. This shade purple is much lighter and much more bold and dynamic. I like it. And of course, we have it to compare to Krusty Rotor. And honestly, I kinda like this one. I love the logo. It looks so 80s. Like, it looks like something I see out of a Dire Straits music video, if you will, okay? That's what it looks like. It looks like something I see out of the 80s. Especially that gradient of the yellow of toupee. Definitely unique. And my Gotham Web Voyages, this is like the only, like there's like 3 different logo changes. That's unique. And here we have Nick Shift for Spearmint. And why not? Let's throw in Oni Gerson. And yeah, I mean, the shades of blue are okay, but like, where the green leaves go? It was like a very distinct and unique idea having these green leaves on him. But yet they're gone in this model. And honestly, I kind of wish the green leaves stayed, because they looked really good. Okay, I mean, blue leaves are still, they're not blue on the sides, but still. I like the shade of blue they did use. It kind of is a more faded blue, but still. It's just an odd creative choice. And here we have Spiky Phillips. Yeah. Okay, so his name is Spike. For some reason. Actually, I read something that's also Adam. So yeah. Honestly, Bullet Emerson's, honestly, they could have done a lot worse. The number's still in yellow, which is good, and I do like the idea of blue, but everything is blue. It's literally like another blue overload, which is really weird. I mean, this is a good idea and concept, and I like the idea that there's also blue itself, kind of white. But seriously, I think maybe having a different contrast in color could also work too. But overall, like, it could have been way, way worse for us. I mean, at least it's not in the color. There's that. Please tell me that's not like that. I just jinxed myself. Yep, I did. This is Noah Gochek for Clutchade. The last one we see in this video. And yeah, we went from a dark navy blue racer to a green racer. I get that the bandages or band-aids on Kevin Wook also green, but why is he now green and also going into a gradient of blue? It's like kind of a hodgepodge of colors. Honestly, I don't get some of the creative choices to do with next gens. This one and another one, of course, Sheldon Shifter, a few other ones. Yeah, they all have this idea of being different shades of colors, and it's just weird. But we're not done just yet. We also have the King, Strip Brothers. Honestly, this was the newest one, but the older one's still really good in my collection. I just got the newer one because I thought it needed an update. And honestly, it looks pretty good. The King's not a hardware so you can mess up. It's pretty good, honestly. Listen, he always has a kind of just classic color shading. Okay? And I've always liked him personally. He's probably one of my favorite designs, that being a Plymouth Superbird. I love this design, and it's in command of what Richard Petty, the voice of the King himself, drove in real life. It's a good racer, and I like it. And here we have, well, the forecast, thunder, ka-chicka, ka-chicka. Say it with me now, ka-chicka, chicka, chicka, chick. Yeah, here we have Chick Hicks. And my god, there's a lot of stickers on this guy. So much so that they're all kind of blurry. Thailand is known to get blurry decals, but my god. Normally I can ignore it, but with Chick Hicks, his overload on the stickers decals is just... it's just insane. I mean, just look at it. There's so many stickers on here, it's almost dramatic here. And yeah, I mean, the green paint's good, and they did a pretty good job on everything else, but yeah. But, you don't want to say about Thunder, right? Because you know what comes after, Thunder comes after. Thunder comes after. Well, in this one case, it comes after when it was before it, but still, there's one more race after this, and of course, that, you know what Thunder comes. Because Thunder always comes before, and this one, before, Lightning! Kachow! 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 Yeah, Thunder. Yeah. Of course, you have the Thailand variant of Lightning McQueen here. And this is the one I bought recently. Lightning McQueen, of course, has to be in this Piston video. He's the face of cars itself. So, he's the reason why a lot of people still own cars merchandise. He's that kind of reason. He's the one thing. And honestly, this is a great variant. The expression is perfect. The logo is perfect. Everything just looks good. And this is one of the ones that just looks really, really, really good for what it is. Honestly, very low complaints. Right here. Yeah. And as we see it here, this is a good set. And honestly, which ones? I think it's one of the more modern ones, but you can actually tow this with Mater. I don't have Mater on hand personally, but still, good racer and a good it to the cap off the end of this collection right here. Yeah, okay? And that, people, is everything I own in terms of Piston Cup races. Thank you so much for watching with this video. Now, before we end up, I'd like to return to myself on the big screen. Please, take it away, Elijah. That was a Piston Cup collection video of all the Piston Cup races and next gens and Cars 1 stock cars I have in my collection. The other ones are certainly complete, yes, but that's what you just saw in that video. Okay? You know, being that it's been 20 years since the original Cars movie, it's been surprising that I've only done one Cars series. And you wouldn't think that this year that there'd be a sequel to Cars Racing Adventures. But no, I'm not really in the mood for Cars Racing Adventures. But instead, I still can make a Cars 5 without making weird Space Adventures. And as such, I can make one right now with a new spin-off series. A new series that can really inspire the mold, remove the templates, give it some new juice, and try everything else I can to make it feel all original. How about a different thing? Well, before I tell you what, let me show you a taste of what will be. Right, focus, speed. I am speed. One winner, 42 losers. I eat losers for breakfast. Did I say that last year? No. Focus. Speed. I am speed. Hey, Lightning, you ready? Oh, yeah. Lightning's ready. Welcome, race fans, to the 2006 Piston Cup season. I'm Bob Collins, here with my good friend Dale Cartrip, and here we are, the biggest celebration this year. There it is, Bob. Last year, saw perennial loser Chicken finally take home first place, but it sure as hell could have been last place as far as the fans are concerned. This year, all eyes are on Lightning McQueen. With the Kane now suddenly retired, Lightning's big showing last year, the big test to see if he's actually improved for the better. Will he be good, or will he go back to his old ways? Chicken can't trouble up that easily. Lightning, you have no idea what the hell you're in for. How's the best racer? It's going great. It's going really great. Now, how do you feel? You know, it's Ethan McQueen. Oh, it's been great. Doc's been a great crew chief. You take it easy, kid. This time right here ain't gonna be easy. See, Rusty Nurse are the best sponsors ever. How's that good? Boy, still best things out there? And Chick ain't winning these races. What more can I ask for? That seems nice. That seems very nice for Queen. Behind the Piston Cup. So, hey, King, what are you even doing here? I thought you were retired. I am retired, and it's not the King anymore. It's Strip. I'm teaching the new breed. That's all. That was a teaser for a new series that's going to be called Behind the Piston Cup in September. What you saw was a trailer of what's been working on. The series takes place the season after the first Cars movie. If you guys don't know, I would make it set in the year 2006. Not 2005, like many people have quaintly titled. Okay? Instead of getting ready, I'm going to show you some brief details about the Behind the Piston Cup series that you guys may not know much. Number 1, this is a mockumentary style sitcom, similar to shows like The Office, Parks and Rec, and Abbott Elementary, just to name a few, where the characters have their own confessionals to talk about stuff. Not only that, but we kind of a different show entirely, as this is more of a racing themed show, having a look at the antics on and off track, as well as trying to discuss everything. 3, and most importantly, this is not a show for kids. It's a show really aimed at the older audiences. There will be times the characters do swear. In fact, you did hear in a trailer about Dale Kachow saying, it's sure as hell could win last year. So there is swear words in the series. And it won't just be the safe ones, there will be times where I say other ones. As for the next set, I also want to remind you on the next rule is that this will feature all 36 Piston races, but I also have 37 that's going to be playing in series 2. They made that, but if you guys briefly saw the end of the trailer, you saw that I had cow weathers there. And if you saw my first video, you saw that I already had him in the works, so it wasn't anything new particularly. This video's been in the works ever since the 2026 year began. The idea behind Piston Cup actually began back in 2024, right when I was redoing the rebound on my channel. It was down before the Random Bum podcast was actually a thing, actually. I was wanting to do a Piston Cup series, but the main issue is that I was never going to get one out because I was short on Piston voices. That all changed when the Cars video came out, and I realized how close I was. Ever since then, I've been scouting them out, looking for them anywhere I could find them online, and all that. It was very hard, but I was able to do it whenever I could. Pro tip: persistence is a great thing to have. Just make sure you're persistent on this one thing. Okay? Alright. Before this continuing on, I'll tell you the premise of Behind the Piston Cup, okay? Behind the Piston Cup takes place the year after the first Piston season McQueen was in. Now that McQueen is a skilled veteran in the Piston Cup racing scene, so to speak, he has to now hopefully try and see if he can finally win his first Piston Cup. Okay. Meanwhile, reigning champion Chick Hicks has to try and defend his title, despite the fact that everyone thinks that he should have lost and been disqualified for that move he did to the King. The King is now retired. His new protege, Cal Weathers, is entering the scene as this younger, cockier upstart to McQueen. The King is now taking a role as Cal's crew chief instead of just a racer, being a main character in a sense. Since Doc Hudson is still alive in the series, the series takes place before his death, so obviously Doc Hudson still plays a major role as McQueen's crew chief. Of course, we explains her also turn 2, along with Bob Cutlass and Dale Kachow as race announcers. Okay? One thing I am gonna make sure is that the actual actors do not appear in the series. This is a fan-made series, so I cannot really hire Owen Wilson, Bob Costas, Dale Waltrip, Richard Petty, Larry the Cable Guy, and several other actors to portray the voices. This is all done by me, and I want to make that very much clear. So if you guys are wondering, so just FYI, I'm going to try my best to get the voices down. Now, not everything can be that easy. Luckily, there is a bit of game. And if you're wondering, the release date is set for September 22nd this year. Yeah, okay? That is the release date I'm deciding on right now. The release date can change though as we go along. Okay? Okay? But it's going to be released sometime this second while we're working. Okay? Okay? So, keep your calendars marked as we go into the series altogether. Okay? 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 And as always, thanks for watching. If you want to watch this video when it comes out early, you can follow me on Patreon. For $10 a month, you can watch this video when it comes out early. Okay? You can also check me on Bluesky for updates on this video. Okay? Okay? Join the Blues community to see how about on other things too, old work or even more things afterwards. And of course, have a YouTube channel we can figure it out. I'll keep you guys posted on things that come in the future. Oh, and by the way, that trailer you saw, that will also be uploaded the day after. I'll have to got some copyright issues with that thing, but other than that, we should be fine. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you all later.